this is the last step in this tutorial for building the site. The next steps that we'll be going on to are SEO and driving traffic. First of all, we're going to start off by saying well done for making it to this step. If you're at this step, you've done a great job and your site should be looking fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do a quick tour of Woozone. So if you want to open up the Woozone plugin, and we'll just have a wee tour. Okay, now at the bottom here you can see it's like a quick overview of how many products you have, what's your best products, your top 10 for being viewed, added to cart, and then redirected to Amazon. Okay, now these can be quite handy if you're looking for new featured products. Well, there's 10 to pick from. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is you want to check your asset downloads. Okay, just to make sure that all your products are downloaded in full. Okay, now if everything's good, it should say good news, all of your products are in order. So the next thing we want to look at is your product stats. Okay, now obviously this is a more in-depth view of your products compared to the top 10 we just saw. So it tells you all your products, how many have been hit, how many have been added to cart, and how many have been taken off to Amazon. Again, it's good for looking for featured products and stuff that you want to try and get to the front of your site if it's more popular. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at is the synchronization log. Now what this does is every day it'll go off to Amazon and it'll check that product's still available, it'll check the price, just make sure that product's exactly how it should be. Okay, and the settings for this are just below here, and you want to tick all these boxes, set it to every single day, and a maximum of 15 products. Okay, now we'll get onto the cron job later, which does this automatically for you. But for the first time, obviously mine haven't been synced, so I'm just going to sync them all just now. So you just click the big green button, sync all now, and you just leave that, okay, because that'll go away and it'll sync all the products. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the synchronization log settings in a new window, so we can go and have a look at that. Now there is only one, I think there's one selection in here, and it's just to type in basically 15. You don't want any more than 15 products selected. Yeah, products per page, just put 15 and keep it at that. Save the settings. Okay, now the next thing we're going to move on to is something called a cron job. Okay, now this plugin does have its own cron jobs, but they don't work. They fail, and if we go in here, we should see that. Okay, right, now you'll see these top two says stop, failed, failed, and then the bottom two are done. But you really want the second one to say done. You really need that one to work. Okay, so I'm going to show you how. Now it does tell you at the bottom of the page how to do this, but there is some errors in these instructions, which sometimes make it a bit difficult to get it to work. Okay, so you want to ignore the instructions on that page, and you want to go off to Google and type in Woozone sync cron job, and then you'll get this page here, Synchronization A18. Okay, we'll go off to there, and this gives you their instructions, obviously updated instructions on how to do this. We don't want to follow them either, we just want the line of code off of this. Okay, now here's the code here. Now you copy this code, and that code will sync your products every 24 hours. Now it'll do it obviously every 30 minutes, and it's telling you at the bottom if it syncs 30 products at a time and the cron job runs twice per hour, which is every half an hour, that means that 24 times 60 is 1,440 products in 24 hours. Okay, so you only ever need to increase your cron job if you have more than, well, 1,440 products. So you want to take this code, you want to go off to your cPanel on HostGator. Now you should have this bookmarked. So we just log in, and we're looking for cron jobs. So what we'll do is we'll scroll right to the bottom. Well, not right to the bottom, but it's the bottom of the headings. And it's in there under advanced cron jobs. You select that. Okay, so in here is how you set up your cron job. All you do is you set it to the Same settings as we saw on that page. So if we go back there, as you can see, these settings say we should put it every 15 minutes, and then you just put a star in the rest and paste the code in the bottom. And that's the code we obviously copied from the other site. Okay, now you are going to have to modify the domain name in this code to your domain name, but it says your domain name where you need to change it. And then you hit add new cron job. Okay, now I've already got one up and running for InRetroTech, and that works fine. So what I've done is I've just copied that code and then changed the domain name to obviously the one that I'm working on just now. And that's it. Okay, now the next thing we're going to have to do, it says that we have to disable the WordPress cron jobs. So what you do is you copy this line of code here, and then you go back to your cPanel, go back to home, and then we're looking for something called File Manager. So the subheading files, File Manager, and that'll open up. You want the document root for the site that you're working on. Now obviously if you only have one site, you'll only have one document root. So you just click open, and you're looking for a file called wp-config.php. If you open that up, right click it and click on code edit to open it. And we're looking for something that says define db collate. We want to make a space underneath that and insert that line of code. Copy and paste it, and then all you have to do is hit save. Then you hit close, and that is your cron job now set up and working. To make sure it's working, what we'll do is we'll go back to that page in your Woozone plugin, which was your Woozone cron jobs. Okay, and as you can see that they say that they're working now. The second one says done, and the first one says new, and the last two say done as well. Okay, so that's you successfully set up your cron jobs, and they'll automatically do that every day now. You don't have to touch that again. Okay, so we'll just carry on our tour of Woozone. The next thing down is Amazon Debug. We're just going to leave that just now because we don't have any problems with it, so there's no point in trying to fiddle about with something that's working fine. And the next thing is Woozone Report. Okay, now this reports all the products that you've downloaded and what's been synced, etc. And you can open these and look into them, but I don't, so I'm just going to leave them. And the next thing is your server status. Okay, you can go into the settings for your Woozone reports, but like I said, don't touch on that's working. Once you're in server status, you'll see all your access keys, and you want to scroll down to something called your WP memory limit. Now yours should be red like this and say that you need to increase it from 40 meg to 128 megabytes. Now the instructions again are misleading. They tell you to go to the wrong file, which means you won't find the bit of code you need to change. But what I'm going to do is I'll show you how to do that. If you go back to your file manager, if you still have it open, if not, go back to your cPanel, scroll down to Files, File Manager, and open up the document root again. And then hit go. Once you're into the document root, you're going to be looking for a file called WP includes. So you want to click on that, and then we're looking for something called default constants.php. And it was somewhere about, it's quite far down, so you just keep scrolling through until you get to D, and here it's here, default constants.php. Right click, code edit, and now you'll be able to edit that code. Okay, now you see it at the top here. Now your numbers obviously be different to mine. I've changed mine to 128, 128, and I think the one below that is 256. Okay, now all you need to do is change those numbers as it says in the instructions, and hit save, and then close, and we'll go back to the site. We'll go to Woozone, and then we're looking for server status. Now your server status is the icon with the cloud, and I think it's a phone inside it. So you want to click on that, and it'll take us back into where we saw that red message before. Okay, once the server status opens, if you scroll down, you'll be able to see that the red message has now changed to green with 128 megabytes and a big green tick. Okay, now the next part is we're going to add some partners to the page. Now, in order to find what partners you're going to put on, just click on your products, and you can have a quick search through there to see what manufacturers you have. You just really want to go in and find some manufacturers' names or products that you want to promote. So if there's a logo that you like, then you're trying to find that. Okay, now I've went into a few categories like carbon filters. So there's one there like Rhino. So what I would do is I would go over to Google, and yeah, it's perfect. Okay, you just want to look for something around 250 by 170. Obviously, if you just hover over the image, the size will pop up, and you just want to select the image that you like, and go down to the tab View Image, and then you want to right click and save that image in a folder. I've saved my folder as Partner Images. Obviously, go and find maybe 3 or 4, and I'm just going to quickly skip through me doing that. Okay, so I went back and I just checked a few different categories like lighting, and I did the same. I went off and I put in the name of the company, got the logo. Okay, it's quicker if you just get the 3 or 4 and save them all into the file, and then that way when we come to do the next step you can just do it in one fell swoop. And then once you've got your phone images, you want to take these back to your dashboard, and you want to go and click on the tab Partners, and then add a new partner. Okay, then you want to type in the title of that partner. And my first one is going to be Grodin, and I'm going to select files. I'm going to go into that folder that we saved our pictures into, and I'm going to select the Grodin logo. Okay, now once it's uploaded, it'll appear in the bottom left, and there's a few options with this. You can obviously put a name, a description, a caption, a link URL. What we're going to do is we're just going to center it, and you can also change the size. So you can change it to a thumbnail, you can make it medium or large, but we'll just keep it the full size and insert it into post. Okay, now it asks you for a partner link. You can either put one in here, or you can link to a page within your site, or you can go off to Google and just type in the manufacturer's name, click on their site, and then you just want to highlight the address bar and copy that. Okay, now once you've got that, you just take it back, paste it in the partner link, and then hit update. Sorry, publish. Now once you've published it, it will show you the logo. Okay, there's that there. And you want to go up to the top and click on add a new partner. Okay, we're going to do this with all your images just now. And I'm just going to quickly skip through. So there's going to be the Rhino one, and then we'll add the Plagron one, and I think we'll stick in the Lumai. Okay, now we'll just go and check this and see what it looks like. Now if you scroll down to the bottom, it should be between your latest blog posts, and that's it, in your bottom footer. Okay, so you see all these logos here. Okay, now I'm going to stick one more in. I think I'll stick that Secret Jarden one in. I'll just quickly edit that. You just go in, obviously do as we did before, publish it, and then we'll just quickly check it out. Click refresh. Okay, and then you can see you now have the 5 logos. Okay, now they must all be different sizes, hence the reason that two of them are bigger than the others, but I'll sort that later. And all you would do is you go back in and edit the image size and make them all the same. Okay, thanks for watching this step and well done. You've completed the whole tutorial. The next thing we'll be working on is SEO, and that'll be posted up as soon as I can.